Yes, I have a new hair color. Decided to go the half and half route. I just felt kind of inspired. I've never really had half and half hair before. I mean, one time I had half blue and half super platinum blonde, and that was the extent of that. But I've never had like the Melanie Martinez look before, and I'm really digging it. So some time ago I asked you guys to throw your assumptions about me at me, and you didn't disappoint. I asked on YouTube, I asked on some social media as well, and I'm just gonna jump right into that. Now the first one is from my dear friend Tanner, and he says, "You suck at Resident Evil. You can't solve any of the puzzles without a guide." And I just want to say, boy, I bet I'm so much better than you at those games. Resident Evil was my childhood and consistently is still a part of my life, like majorly. I kick ass at the games actually, and the puzzles aren't actually that hard. So, you're secretly a furry. Un poquito. Since about 5th grade, I've wanted to be a cat girl. I really like cat girls. I'm not into the full like fursuit furry aesthetic. I really just like cat girls. Like, I think they're cool. I love the ears and the tail, sometimes the paws. You're actually really tall. There's nothing wrong with this one. I'm the tallest person I know. I'm taller than my boyfriend. I'm taller than my mom. I'm taller than everyone I've associated myself with. That's not a lie at all. You're only 14. Ah, yes. Thank you, Mom, for that. Funny how you say that, yet you have given birth to me in the year of 96. You're only into pop type music, and that's also from my mom. No, I do like pop music a lot, just because of how fun and bouncy it can be, but I'm really into indie, rock, metal. Actually, it's pretty much everything except for country. I'm not a big fan of country, never really have been. There's a few songs that are okay, but other than that, anything but country. Now, this last one from my mom says, "I assume you and your mom are not BFFs and don't share everything. LOL. You got it. We fucking hate each other, Mom." But yeah, me and my mom are super close. She is my best friend. We've been really close ever since I was little, which, you know, granted, that's my mom, but not all moms are nice and sweet and actually care about their kids. But yeah, we are really close. Like, her and Chandler are top bestie level. Probably done already Rainbow Bright or Cabbage Patch. I'm not really sure where you're getting at with this, Mike, but I'm gonna try to decipher it. I almost want to assume that I like dressed up as Rainbow Bright or a Cabbage Patch doll, or like a hair color or style. I could completely be wrong, but no. I mean, when I was little, I had a Rainbow Bright doll, but I've never been inspired to dress up as Rainbow Bright or anything like that. So I really hope that is what you were asking, Mike. You have an L on your forehead. That is from my Uncle Rick. I probably do, but you're not gonna know because they're hidden beyond these bangs. You're a Starbucks rep. Nope. But I ought to be. I do love me some capitalism. Now, these assumptions were taken from my YouTube account, so I don't actually know any of these people. So let's jump into their assumptions about me. Julia says, "I assume that you are shy around people you don't know very well," which I guess is like fairly true. I don't try to be. I definitely am more of an introverted type person. Sometimes around strangers I will be obnoxious or friendly, depending on how I'm feeling, I guess, but for the most part I'm pretty secluded and to myself, a bit of a wallflower. Human interaction scares me. Whitney says, "I assume you give everything in relationships, tend to overthink things even when you don't need to, still love some cringy scene kid music." Me too. Love cats and love sushi. Just a guess, of course. You pretty much nailed it, actually. the cringy scene kid music. I've definitely grown out of listening to scene emo kid music as I've gotten older, but sometimes I still occasionally go back and listen for like memory's sake, nostalgia, you know. I do love cats, and I don't like sushi. I really wish I did, because I just love the aesthetic nature of sushi. It looks pleasant, it's got rice, but I have such a bad aversion to fish. I get sick if I taste anything remotely close to fish. I can't even do the seaweed. The seaweed just tastes like lake to me. I've tried cucumber bowls, like, don't get me wrong, I've given a good hard try throughout my life, but sushi is just a no-go for me, which is unfortunate. I have an assumption from someone who just says not fake, and thank you. I definitely don't try to be fake in any sort of way, especially on YouTube. I try to be my most genuine self when I'm presenting myself in videos or I'm talking. You'll never get blowing smoke up your ass comments from me. I like to be honest and transparent with you guys because, well, that's not how you get to know someone very well. If you're showing a different side of yourself that isn't true to who you actually are, that's not how we learn and grow. If anything, the fakest thing I put out there is that I can talk and communicate. Because we all know I actually can't do that IRL. TK says, probably incredibly friendly, but low-key troubled. Edit, I'm sorry if this came across wrong, but you asked for assumptions, so I just typed the first thing that came to mind. I think you're lovely. Well, thank you, TK. If you can help me with a conversation, I will give you my 100% in trying to talk to you. So I could come off as being very friendly, if the planets align just right. Low-key troubled. Yeah, I'll go a little into that. I'm not gonna throw this out there completely just yet, but there are some things I do want to talk about in a later video, which I'll probably make early next year, like as soon as the New Year's happens, because I'm not gonna have shit to do in the winter time, so might as well just kind of like throw my 2 cents of everything that's going on with me and what kind of came to the forefront this year. I am a person who has to deal with a decent amount of stuff in their everyday life. Between mental health and medications beyond what a 24-year-old should probably be taking on a regular basis. I also deal with PTSD, a lot of different traumas, whether I want to believe it or not. That kind of comes out every once in a while, every once in a blue moon, I'd say. But I'm not gonna go too much into that because it's not very happy, good feels and vibes to be talking about stuff like that. It's very harsh, and if you're not expecting it, it's very wow, but some other time. So yeah, low-key troubled, I'd say yes. Anne says, you seem like a kind spirit with your own purpose, ready to pursue great things. Please be patient with your struggles, whatever they are, and don't be afraid to work through them. Don't worry so much about other points of views or opinions. People can be harsh at times, but I think you will make it one day. You seem like you might be a good writer too. Well, those were all of the assumptions I got from you guys. I really appreciated it. All of them were way nicer than I kind of thought people were gonna go. But thank you so much for watching. If you liked this video, feel free to give it a thumbs up. And if you want, you can leave a comment. And if you haven't already, feel free to subscribe and hit the bell if you want to get notified for whenever I post my next video. Bye!